Hello everybody, my name is Jad. Welcome to another MLB 9 Innings 22 video. And in today's video, we've got some packs, some combos, we've got some blue and green tickets to go through, we've got a signature pack, we've got some prime combos to go through. Guys, we got a lot to do today, so I hope you guys are ready for a long video, because this one's going to take a little while. So I hope everyone's ready to strap in and see what we can do today. So I had some time today. I went through the glut of my lineup and I took out a lot of primes that I didn't think that we needed anymore. So for everybody who is new to the channel, for anybody who does not understand what I'm doing with my prime cards, I like the prime cards. I think they're cool. They're pretty exclusive cards if you ask me. The fact that you can't get them just randomly. You just have to you have to find them. Like it's tough to get to them. Sometimes you never get the card you want, and as you guys saw with my pursuit for Jorge Posada, it just takes a long time to get them. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to combine all the extra primes that I do not need. So I like to keep the highest tier of any single prime I have. So if I get a dupe prime, I will just get rid of the lower tier version of it. In a lot of cases, I have diamond versions of them, so I'm just getting rid of any normal one that I get. So let's combine some primes real quickly. Now, one thing that I noticed when I was going to go make this video is that I didn't know this, but you can't put more than 3 cards in here at a time. Now, you always used to be able to. I thought that was the case, but apparently not. So we're going to combine these cards and see if we can get anything cool, shall we? Got a lot of, like I said, these are all the dupe primes, all the ones we don't need anymore. And are we doing anything in particular? No, but we're really just trying to get rid of some roster space on our lineup. So that would be pretty cool. That's actually a prime I've wanted for so long, the Mike Napoli prime. That is like a prime that I've wanted for the longest time at this point. Like, incredible. Hudson's a dupe. I already know that. I'm pretty sure I already have Hudson. But I've wanted Napoli for so long now. Like, he's been just a prime I just couldn't get for some reason. I've won Pierre as well. So we're just going to keep going until we can see what we get. Maybe we'll get a dupe. Maybe we'll get a diamond out of this. Who knows? Another one Pierre is if I needed another one. We're getting rid of Posada. I don't need him. I'm sorry. I'd rather have the roster space. I've got a diamond Gagne. I think I already have a Kerry Wood as well. I mean, just double check. Team. I'm pretty sure I have a Kerry Wood already. I think it's diamond too. Arrieta. Do I not have a Kerry Wood? Maybe I've got him in my backup. I swear I have a Kerry Wood somewhere, but I guess I don't. Okay, so we'll hold on to Kerry Wood then. I want to get one copy of all of them. I think that'd be pretty cool to have in the backup. So we'll do that, and then in the meantime, we'll just finish combining off the rest of these primes, and we'll see where we go from there. I should have probably locked the Napoli, but whatever. All right, let's see what we get. I think this is gonna be the last one. Is it the? I just want to make sure I've got Hudson already. Pretty sure I do, but I just want to make sure I do. No, that's a lie. I know I have Hudson. Are you serious? Are you sure? I know I have Hudson. Is he in my mentor, maybe? Because I've had him for the longest time now at this point. There's another Springer. Arrieta. Davis and Trout. Jansen, Kim, Granderson, Wong. And I know I've got him. I swear I have him. Is he in my backup, maybe? I know I'm not losing my mind, although I could be. Team, maybe? Wouldn't he be, like, in the front? See, I got all the old cards down here now. Texas, Otani, Gordon, Canerco. I swear I had this Hudson, dude. Let's do by ability and let's see what we've got here. Because he would be here with the other primes, I would imagine. Yeah, I do. He's right here. Okay. I'm like, I know I've got this card. I don't know why. I just thought to myself, like, I know he's here somewhere. So we can get rid of him without losing any sleep tonight. Oh, I already have a Ryan Howard. That's a cool card, man. All right, well, we'll hold off on these two for now. It's pretty cool. I've wanted this Napoli for the longest time. I remember anybody reminded me, like, the last time we did the Prime event, I wanted a Mike Napoli because it was, like, such a cool card. Like, it was such a rare Prime to find. And now we've got him. That's a mess. People are going to wake up tomorrow and be like, what happened here? People are going to be super confused. All right, let me make sure that I've got nobody else in here, shall we? That's everybody. Okay, cool. We've gotten all of that out of the system. I mean, in theory, we probably could also get rid of... there's one more card in there we could get rid of, but I don't have another combo material for it, so we'll hold off on that for now. And let's start opening some packs up, shall we? So we've also got some greens and blues, which I'm super excited about. I want to finally put them to the test. If I don't get any green hits on Brett, then I'm going to use the blues on Miller again, and we're going to see what we can get out of him. And then we just got to wait for blues and greens again, I guess. And then our offense is going to be a mess. So here's our Sig pack. Will Myers. Okay, so let's go do... I believe we have a Sig combo as well. If I'm not too mistaken, I believe I've got a Will Myers, and then I've got another Sig. Hey, but out of the Tino Martino Sig, we've got him. We can combine him. Let's see what we've got. Look at all these Sig players we have. Oh, my goodness. I believe we've got, yes, with the Will Myers, then I believe we've got the JV, and then somebody else. Right? No? Am I losing my mind? I thought we had a Sig combo already. Hello? Is that, was the JV from, like, last episode? Must have been, right? Maybe I'm losing my mind. All right, well, so we'll hold off on the Will Myers for later until we get another Sig pack. Oh yeah, no, we do. We have VR. Okay. I'm like, I know I have a Sig combo because I just couldn't find him. Now I can. We're good now. We got it. We figured it out. Took me a little while. No, I don't want to go to player recruitment. My phone's like lagging the menus, so I'm trying to click faster than like my phone can keep up with, and it's not working out very well. Is VR locked? Man, so bad at this game. How do I function? The conjunction junction is not sure what my function is. Nick Nelson, World Series pitcher Nick Nelson. Give me a Yankee. Oh, cool. A Diamond Sig. Nice. And it's also a guy who is a Yankee this year. Andrew Benintendi. So I'm pretty sure... I guess we'll have to save up for another Diamond Sig combo at this point. Do we have another Diamond Sig? I don't think we do. I think that's the only one we've got. Yeah, that's it. Looks like about it. Alright, so let's go run through our blues and greens, shall we? You know what? I want to use the Ultimate Vintage pack real quick first, just before we do this. I want to see what this is. This is from the compensation package. For anybody out there who remembers, there was the Legend auction I talked about last week, and then within a day of me posting that video, Com2 was like, yeah, you know what? It wasn't a great idea. We're just not going to do it. No, everyone just like really upset over that. And I feel bad for the people who bought Star Tankers for it too. Yeah, that's kind of about what I imagined. That's unfortunate. Welp, unfortunate. And let's see. All right, we got our blues and greens. Let's use our greens, shall we? Why don't we get this out of the way right away so we know whether or not it's going to be a good, solid video. Okay, let's see. All skills will be changed except Pioneer. Yes, that sounds good to me. I don't want to run Batting Machine, man. Come on. It keeps giving me Batting Machine. Oh my goodness. And watch it not give me another skill now. Just to annoy me. No way. If I get Batting Machine again, I'm keeping it. I don't even care. Don't do this to me, game. Don't do this to me, dude. Are you serious? Bro, this card is cursed, man. This card is straight up cursed. This card is so cursed, man. Okay, okay, we can work with charisma. This card is so cursed, man. We can work with charisma. Oh my goodness. Literally out here holding my breath. Laser beam! I was gold and I was so excited. No, it's laser beam! It's gold again! It's another bad skill. Come on, dude. Slugger Instinct. Or Spotlight. Or Batting Machine. Just give me Batting Machine. I don't even care at this point. Spotlight. Yes, that's awesome. Thank you. That's probably like one of the weaker skills you could have gotten in terms of the gold department, but Charisma, Pioneer. Ooh, that's going to be a fun DH. I can't wait to use him. Let's go, baby. All right, so now we are going to throw the rest of the blues at Miller. If my phone will load. And we're going to see if Mr. Andrew Miller is going to cooperate with us today and actually give us some kind of skill to put him in middle relief. Because we are not using Inning Eater. Finesse! Oh, beautiful. Let's blow everybody else in the lineup, shall we? We're ready to go. All right, I'm going to hold off on the blues and the rest of the greens for now. We've just hit the jackpot in terms of blues. I love it. That's fantastic. Oh my goodness. I'm trying not to scream into the microphone because we screamed into the microphone so much last week that I just feel like I blew your guys' eardrums out. Or the week before with the Tino Martinez, who I've been working on training a little bit. He's not done yet, but we're slowly getting there. I haven't gotten a training that I really am fond of yet. So we are working on him. It's not set in stone yet. We're getting there, though, so it's only going to be a matter of time until we finally find some kind of set on him that is going to be... I want to get, like, 9 on the right side. Not on the right side. I want to get 9... Yeah, on the right side. I'm talking about a batter. So I want 9 or less on the right side. And while he's at a silver, I might as well do it. And nothing in terms of the PSETs today, but that's okay. There's a package for sale right now, and I'm kind of tempted to buy the package right now. It's the, is it this package? This package right here? This middle one with 2 old Vince and 3 PSCTs. I'm tempted to buy that package for only $50. I'm tempted to buy it. Maybe next week I'll see if I have any money to, just throw around, but definitely I'm thinking about it because that's pretty good value. I mean, I'm not buying the exclusive SIG for anybody who came to this video expecting me to buy the exclusive SIG. Like, I don't know what you want me to pull at this point. I mean, I've gotten everything I could possibly need. So, unfortunately, all I need is GIs right now. So, we'll probably not be buying TSSs again on this account. Thankfully, we're off the wheel of pain and suffering finally. So, huzzah to that. Ooh, I was drinking some water. Willie Randolph. I already have a Willie Randolph. That'll be a good for a vintage combo later on in the video. Good old Willie Randolph. So, with the new everything that I've got a lot of work selling that I need to do. I need to retrain Gary so that way Gary can be my catcher and hit stat bonus for pitchers. And then on top of that, I'm going to have to put Chad Green in the setup slot and then put Miller in the middle relief spot so that way Miller can use his fixer, fireballer, and finesse. I believe they're both already trained for finesse, so they're taken care of already, which is fantastic. But for the most part, I think that's what we're going to do. So Gary's going to slide over to the catcher. Brett's going to go in as the DH. Posada, we're going to get lost. Goodbye. Adios. I'm sorry, but it's time to go. His performance in ranked is abysmal, and I am honestly happy to see him go at this point. I know, coming from someone who a long time ago is just like, I was so happy to get him. Unfortunately, the love has been lost, and it's just not, he's just been struggling. It's unfortunate to see him go. I mean, I love Posada. He's, core 4 member and all that stuff, but unfortunately, you just got to make improvements to your deck sometimes, and unfortunately, in a world where Team Sigs are basically the norm, primes just don't cut it, especially at on a Yankee deck. Like, you're gonna need to be sigged out, or get legends. Primes don't work that well. Even with the mentor bonuses, they still kind of come up a little short of Sigs. But it's okay. He served his purpose, and we still love the card. I love the card, so maybe we'll find a spot for him again someday. I don't know, but for now, he's just going to be not even hitting the bench because I don't want him to pinch hit for Gary. Although maybe he might hit the bench. Maybe if I can find a spot for him in terms of maybe if I can find, like, I want to tank my lineups overall a little bit, maybe I can find a spot for him, but for the most part, he'll probably be just kind of hanging out in the backup for a while, so that way I don't combine him. Oh no, the Dallas Keuchel. I wanted the diamond. Okay, good. I think, 5 diamonds in the shuffle? Looking pretty good. Nice. Looking pretty great. Fantastic. Fantastic. Gonna need some more material. Let me go lock these two. You know what? I don't even need to lock these two. I'll be careful enough. I've learned my lesson the hard way. We're not gonna combine them. And if we combine them, then I'll be very upset at myself. But I'll have only myself to blame for it. Because now the game, like, holds your hand. If you try to do something silly, the game will just be like, you're trying to combine a vintage player. You fool! What are you doing? So, come on. Give me like a prime out of this pack. Just right now. Ooh, called it! Oh, wow. Andrew Jones. I already have Andrew Jones. I called that prime, though. Sick game. You'll love to see it. Oh, it's Waldo Cabrera has a card now? Cool. Wait. Why are those GIs so different? Oh, okay. It's just a trick. It's just one number. I was like, why do those cards look so different? Josh Donaldson, 22. Garbage. Boo. Get off this team, man. We had, like, the Yankee press conference the other day, and it was the most depressing thing I've seen in a long time. I mean, I was, like, watching John Boy after it, and he was talking about how it was almost essentially a direct recording of the one they made a couple years ago. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. Like, if you got lost in the Matrix, you probably wouldn't know that recording was from 2022. You probably would just assume it was from a couple years back. You wouldn't know the difference. So, believe me, I've got my own beliefs on what the Yankees are going to need to do this offseason. You know, a lot of people and a lot of Yankee fans are salty Yankee fans and all that stuff. But, you know, congratulations to the Astros and all that. Like, you know, I kind of knew that once the Astros kind of got into the playoffs, I'm just like, as soon as they sweep Seattle, I'm like, okay, this is going to be tough. And I mean, like, you know, I'm not an unrealistic fan by those stretches of the imaginations. Believe me, I know plenty of Yankee fans who are, like, unrealistic fans and all that stuff, who are just like, our team's the best, and, you know, we're gonna win every year, and we're so good. No, you know, I knew this team had flaws going in. I knew that there was no shot. Like, there was a very, very low chance the Yankees would have won this series against Houston. They needed a lot of things to go right. Unfortunately, the games were close, but it was like close games for the most part, and they just kind of lost by a run or two every time. You're just like, yeah, that's about right. And, you know, it's just unfortunate. You know, the team was poorly constructed to begin with, and then on top of that, we had a bunch of injuries. You know, that's the kind of thing that happens. You know, you trade for somebody, you trade for a couple people, and they all just get hurt at the same time. You know, unfortunate, but, you know, we'll see what the team looks like next year. Unsure at this point. I just hope they re-sign Judge, but congratulations to the Astros. I mean, look, this is the best Astros team we've seen in years, and honestly, I would have been surprised. Like, I would say this from the beginning of the year. You know, the American League runs through Houston at that point. You know, you're getting to the World Series. All you have to do is have a couple good games in a row, and you win the World Series. And, of course, they played some very clutch baseball, and they pitched extremely well, and they hit extremely well, so, you know, they're the model of the team you want to build in the American League right now. And I hope that the Yankees can try to take that formula and they can copy the formula and, you know, make it work. Because that's all I can hope for, is that they can achieve what Houston's achieved in the last couple of years, which is a bunch of ALCS appearances in a row, a couple World Series. Just, incredible. Been weird to watch. It's unfortunate because every time that I hear on the radio the Yankees are talking about this stuff, they're just like, Houston, no, they're the arch enemy, or they're our rival. And I'm like, dude, in order for them to be a rival, you have to be competitive with them, and you're not even competitive with them at this point. Like, you took them to Game 7 once. Like, come on, let's be real here. Like, in order for them to be your rival, you have to win every once in a while, and you haven't won against them. So I don't know how you can consider them your rival when they're much better than you. I'm sorry, you got to look yourself in the mirror, and you got to face the facts. They're flat out better than you. You know, I mean, like, everybody can complain and all that stuff, but, you know, they're clearly a better team, and, you know, obviously they're what you strive for right now in terms of a baseball team. They're a very good team in every aspect of the game. They field well, they hit well, they pitch well. It's just their bullpen is great. I mean, like, they're what you want in a team right now. But anyway, with that being said, you know, congratulations to Houston. You know, it was a more interesting World Series than I had anticipated. I kind of thought that if that Philly had the better offense coming in, they were playing super hot offense, and I'm just like, nah. As soon as they hit Houston's pitching, they're gonna cool off, and they did a little bit, but they still hit, which was cool to see. I mean, other than Lance McCullers tipping pitches, but other than that, it was pretty much, you know, it was a done deal pretty quickly. But we'll see next year, and now we all just get to sit around and enjoy the one of everyone's most favorite time periods, basically right now, which is the cold boil until the hot stove begins for the trade deadline. And I don't know who it was. We just saw today Edwin Diaz signed with the Mets for 5 years, $102 million with a player option and I think a team option as well. So I mean, if fans of this channel would know how I feel about stuff like that, I mean, first off, this is the first relief pitcher contract over $20 million a year. And I think that you saw how the Chapman deal ended up going for the Yankees. And, I mean, you look, I can be a salty Yankee fan about the Mets all day long. I think that's a pretty big overpay. I mean, yes, obviously the Mets need him, but you're going to give a guy who has pitched one good season, you're going to give him $20 million a year for 5 years? I mean, have you seen relief pitchers in the majors? I mean, sometimes you have a pitcher and you don't know what he's going to be the next year. As I pull this prime right now. No, I saw the diamond and I was so excited. Like, how many times have you seen a pitcher? Like, let's take, for instance, like Craig Kimbrell. Like, Craig Kimbrell came back, and after that World Series appearance with the Red Sox, where he looked like about as useful as a paper bag, basically, and he had like a 5 ERA, but had a ton of saves for no reason, because every time he came in, it was like a 3-run lead, and he gave up 2 runs, but they held on. It was kind of like one of those situations where he just couldn't manage to put together a clean inning, but still got the saves. And then he came back the next year, and then he was just useless after that. And he's been useless. Like, he's been awful. Like, you saw him with the Cubs and other teams and everything like that. And I'm just like, my goodness, what's happened to this man? It's like, I feel like that is inevitable for all relief pitchers. I mean, the reason why Mariano Rivera is one of the greatest of all time is because he played at a high level for years and years and years. And it was remarkable to watch his consistency throughout the years, outside of injuries, obviously. But it was just incredible to watch. And, I mean, he is one of the very rare cases of length and consistency in relief pitchers. And it is, like, inevitable for all of them to lose a step at some point. So that's why I don't know. I see that contract that they make, and I'm just like, man, that is a serious overpay for a guy who's had one pretty much good season with that team. And I mean, yes, he had a great season this year. That's not to be debated. He was one of the best pitchers in baseball in terms of the relief department. You basically had Jacob deGrom coming out of the bullpen. But the problem is that if you are trying, and this is my belief, and my belief is that if you're trying to emulate the Astros combine free agents with really good scouting and really good like international scouting departments. I mean, look, a bunch of the players who just won the World Series for them this year, Yordan Alvarez, Jose Altuve, I mean, these guys are international free agents. Jeremy Pena, like, they're international free agents. They were scouted and signed by the Houston organization. And the Mets, by them signing so many players, are losing draft picks because of how far over the luxury tax they are. So, I mean, you can make the argument that, yes, you do need to sign players. However, in my opinion, I believe that costing yourself the draft picks by signing those players to exorbitant contracts that they may or may not be worth. I mean, we can argue the semantics of it. I think that's a dangerous game to play, and I just think that that's trying to shoot themselves in the foot. Like, they tried to buy a championship this year, they didn't even get out of the wild card round. So, I don't know. I could be preaching to the choir. They could win the World Series next year for all I know, but for everything that I'm aware of right now, in my opinion, I don't think that this was a great contract. I mean, yes, they needed to sign him. However, to sign him a day after free agency for like $100 million, that just seems to be excessive to me, in my opinion. I just thought that was so out of nowhere that it just kind of took me by surprise. I was just like, wow, that was fast. You guys don't even want to like negotiate with him a little bit or like anything? You're just gonna sign him? Like, okay. All the power to them. You know what? Oh, man, Michael Scott. I'm all for what the Mets are doing in the sense of they're raising players' overall salaries by paying players so much money, which I'm absolutely in favor of. However, I don't know if at some point their exorbitant spending is going to shoot themselves in the foot by them not having draft picks. If all they do is every year get into a vicious cycle of, okay, who are we opening up the wallet for this year? Oh, Nolan Arenado, do you want to come play for us? We'll give you $45 million next year. I mean, just like, when does it end? Like there, I don't know if there is an end to this game. You know what I mean? All right, so we got SETs, and then we're done for the day. And then I'm going to need to go spend a while to retool my lineup. Yeah. I don't think I need that. The levels are too low is the problem. That's the problem. The levels are too low. Great skills, but the levels are just too low. Finn? Nah, that looked pretty good. That looked really good. Anyway, so thank you guys for coming to my TED Talk. I mean, if you guys want to talk to me about your opinions about the trade deadline, we're not even there yet. If you guys want to give me your opinions about the beginning of free agency, if you want to, make fun of me for being a Yankees fan, Houston guys, this is your time to do it. You've earned it. Congratulations. Take your victory lap. You might as well enjoy it. I'm not going to be the one to rain on their parade. They did a hell of a job this year. But you can write about whatever you want. Happy about Houston. Excited about next season already. What's getting ready for spring training now. What you guys think about the upcoming free agency. That's an interesting set, but no thanks. Where you think people are going to go. I know everyone is going to probably have an opinion on where Judge is going to go. But we'll see what happens, and I'm confident in the front office to get it done with him. I have the confidence in them to pay him if they think the price is right, and if they feel like the price is too high, I have the confidence and I believe in them that if they believe it's right for them to walk away, then I will follow them and I will believe in them. And that's my theory. Stab Fixer Finesse. That's an interesting set right there. I'm going to keep going for that because I want to see if I can get a setup skill for him. No, nothing. I probably should have kept Stab Fixer Finesse, but I just wanted to keep using tickets on him because I do want to set up skill. No, okay. Yeah, Stab Fixer Finesse probably would have been the go-to, but that's okay. I'm getting a new mental relief pitcher right now anyway. So, anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you guys for watching the videos every week. I appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me. So, if you guys want to talk some baseball, please hit me up in the comment section down below. Or if you guys want to make fun of me for skipping that set with my skill changes, then that works out too. Anyway, with that being said, good luck with your pulls. Be safe out there, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.